right, Matrixx and Rhodes show supporters, let's talk about the MCU, or in this case, I guess, the television side of the MCU. Daredevil is supposedly coming back, and a lot of people wasn't very happy to find out that Karen Page and Foggy Nelson was not going to be on this show. Now, we don't know exactly what the hell's going on behind the scenes with Marvel right now, because it looks like that Robert Downey Jr. is coming back as Tony Stark. And it looks like now Marvel's trying to do a little flippy-do on us and bring back Karen Page and Foggy Nelson. Now, I'm going to tell you, that Daredevil series, really damn good. I consider that first season to be the second best season of any comic book television that we've had. And I know a lot of people consider it the best season ever. I still got Arrow Season 2. The one with Deathstroke, as the best season, the Dark Knight of Marvel, of comic book television. I refer to Arrow Season 2, the Dark Knight of comic book television. Now, I don't know what kind of reaction. I don't know what this is a reaction to. Echo, as you can see right there, and boy, people are mad at Gary right now. They are really, the pink hairs, the purple hairs, they're furious with Gary, by God. They're saying they're going to blank him. My goodness, I hope you cover up if you blank him. Don't blank him. A lot of people are taking that as something much worse than that, okay? So, you can see right there, Echo is crashing and burning. 64% audience score, and I can tell you that's dropped 2% from yesterday. That's not a great look. Not a great look from a product that Kevin Feige put out over the course of 20 years that was fantastic leading up and through Avengers Endgame. But you killed off Tony Stark. You pushed aside Chris Evans and Captain America. You tried to make the Falcon Captain America. He is no Captain America. And people are tired of this bullshit, right? Get back to telling good stories. Worry less about identity politics, and maybe you will return back to what this was. Season 1, Daredevil, 93% audience approval. This is one where the critics and the audience actually linked up. You don't see that very often. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. One of my favorite characters in comic book lore, of course, is Matt Murdock. They introduced, or they brought back in, the Punisher in this series, and did a lot of good things. Vincent D'Onofrio is fantastic as Kingpin, but it's my understanding he's been detesticled in the Echo series, and that's a problem if he's going to be your villain. Thanos was such a good villain. People forget Thanos was a midline character in Marvel lore as a villain, and they elevated him into the highest elevations of pop culture villainy, with that entire MCU run before they decided to fall off a map and decide to not make good stories and make everything about gender and sexuality and race. Whatever they can do to possibly ruin everything. This is bounding into comics, and it looks like maybe they're trying to at least come back and do something the fans may want. And I don't know if this is, I know this was met with overwhelming negativity when we found out that Foggy and Karen were not going to be in this series. I suspect this series is going to be an utter mess. Hope not. Hope it's good. But Echo is, look, these Marvel series have been terrible. They've been awful. According to a new rumor, Marvel's rewrite of Daredevil Born Again has corrected one of its first draft's worst errors and officially re-enlisted the talents of actors Deborah Ann Woll and Eldon Henson to respectively reprise their fan-favorite roles as two main members of the Man Without Fears supporting cast, Karen Page and Foggy Nelson. Word of Woll and Henson's return was first broken by veteran Hollywood entertainment reporter Jeff Snyder. Writing for his own personal The N. Snyder Scoop outlet, Snyder explicitly confirmed on January 12th that Eldon Henson and Deborah Ann Woll were returning as Foggy Nelson and Karen Page in Marvel's Daredevil's Born Again. God, I hope this is good. I do, but I just don't have any hope for it. I really don't. Notably, should this casting move pan out to be true, it would represent a major deviation between the series' supposed original incarnation and its current back-to-the-drawing-board rewrite, the former of which had reportedly relegated the titular hero's two best friends to the cutting room floor. I mean, why would you even bring a version of this? Why would you even sit down to write this stuff and not bring back what you know are two extremely popular characters? I mean, come on. The pair's alleged dropping from the Devil of Hell's Kitchen television return was first reported by The Hollywood Reporter, who in March 2023 learned from alleged insider sources that while a majority of the original Netflix Daredevil cast, including Charlie Cox's Matt Murdock, John Berthal's Punisher, and Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin were set to return for the Disney Plus revival, Woll and Henson would not be joining them. Quote, Deborah Ann Woll and Eldon Henson, who played classic supporting characters Karen Page and Foggy Nelson, respectively, are not on the roll call for the Marvel series, the pair relayed. It also was unclear whether those characters will be recast or excised from the story. Further confirmation as to Woll and Henson's dropping from Daredevil's supporting cast was further given in October 2023, courtesy of the official series production filing made by the U.S. Copyright Office regarding its premiere episode. Therein, Marvel Studios provided a comprehensive list of Born Again's main cast, its large roster notably featuring no mention whatsoever of the either actors or their respective characters. That's never a good sign. And though confirmed, details as to just how the series planned to address their absences have yet to be revealed, the following announcement that same month that Marvel had chosen to completely scrap their initial take on Born Again due to quality issues, noted Scooper, can we get some toast? Alleged that it would have somehow involved Daredevil failing to save Foggy's life. Originally, Daredevil Born Again had Matthew hang up the devil's cow for over a year after failing to save Foggy, wrote the Scooper. Kingpin would have been the mayor, winning on a campaign of backing law enforcement while discouraging street-level heroes like Punisher, Daredevil, and Spider-Man. Yeah, so I guess they're coming back. It looks like they may be coming back. Is it going to matter? My gut feeling is no. It's not going to matter. There's no reason to think any of these Marvel series are going to be any good. You know, or any of the movies for that matter. I mean, look, once you decided to kill those two most popular characters off in the same way Lucasfilm decided to scrap Han Solo and Luke Skywalker, well, you're not left with a hell of a lot at that point. I even told John the other day, if you wanted to leave their deaths intact and, well, Chris Evans, technically speaking, just decided not to come back. But the point is, if you wanted to maintain that, there were still ways to make the Avengers good, have it led by Thor and Hulk and Spider-Man, and keep the Falcon, and bring back Wesley Snipes' Blade, something they refused to do. I mean, hell, they decided to make that Blade movie about 3 women, and Blade was the 4th character. Stop doing this if you don't want your series and your movies to fail. I mean, people watch these movies because they loved the actual hero and the actors that played them. That's how this gets down. It's crazy. It's crazy how these studios get a hold of a product. And look, this wasn't like Lucasfilm that pretty much shit the bed from the get-go. Kevin Feige and the MCU was very viable and very popular and did a great job up and through Endgame. And then the wheels fell off when Feige came out and said, oh, yeah. Oh, we're going woke, and it's going to be glorious. Yeah. Judging by those audience scores, it's something. Dog shit. Tell me what you think, Matrixx and Rhodes show fans. I almost went black and white something there. Black and white network, black and white sports. Nope. Matrixx and Rhodes show. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Baker